In this video, I'm going to be attempting to survive 100 days in hardcore Minecraft. My goals for this 100 days are to build a base, along with some farms, and kill the Ender Dragon. Will I make it to day 100, or will I die and lose the challenge? Well, let's just get into the video. And so I started up a new world and titled it 100 days, in hardcore mode of course. I spawned into a tundra biome and I looked around. And on day 1 I got wait a minute, if I hit F3 it says day 0. So technically it's day 0, but it's the first day. Well, on day 0 I got wood. Little wood montage. Made a crafting table along with some tools. Making sure to replant the trees as I went. I went to get food, but oh wait, my game crashed. No, seriously, that's what happened. And then I spawned back in and tried to kill the second pig. And yeah, my game crashed again. It's almost like these pigs are like holding up the world. If they die, the world just ends. I don't know, I can't make jokes, okay. I thought it would be a good idea to turn off my new texture pack that I was using and decrease my settings. And after that I killed the rest of the pigs because I knew it. I found this ruined portal too, which had a lot of flint and steel, but sadly I couldn't complete it. But with my new flint and steel I can do that strategy that speedrunners do to get the cooked meat. I got a bit of stone as well, stone montage, and crafted a pickaxe to mine this coal. I also fought my first monster, which was this spider, and tried to fight it as safely as possible. I crafted a furnace to cook the pork and mined some more coal. I killed some sheep for a bed and went into this cave in search for iron and fought off these zombies. As well as these creepers, which I let explode away from me, as it was the safest option. Found some iron, combated the skeleton, bridged over some creepers, I guess nice. It was still night, so I spent a bit more time in the cave. I fought this zombie, which I actually got my first iron ingot from. And I thought it would be a good idea to light these zombies on fire, but they would take damage. I forgot they could light me on fire. And finally it turned daytime and I could head back to my furnace. On day 1 I crafted myself a shield with the iron from that zombie. Main iron pickaxe and went exploring, where I found this village with some sweet berries and lots of great loot, including some iron tools, food supplies, emeralds, and there was this sad chest with only a single arrow in it. I cooked some meat on campfires and left. There was also this forest fire, but I just walked away. Got the final wool for a bed and found this cave where there was more iron. I crafted a bed and slept for the first time in this 100 days. On day 2 I crafted my first piece of armour, helmet and swordfish. But while I was trying to get out of the cave there was this skeleton which I used some insane timings to block shots from. Got some more iron, got this creeper to blow up another creeper. Comboed these mobs. And this zombie dropped some iron, which this other one stole, so I made sure to kill him. Mine more iron, insane speed bridge. Crafted a bow and got back up. And smelted my iron. Day 3 I found an open plains biome where I set up camp, and underneath was this cool little area, but it didn't have any iron, but it still looked cool. But I found this other massive cave, which I spent day 3 to 4 exploring. Iron montage. I came across this mine shaft. More mining. I found this chest with a golden apple in it, but broke it anyway. Smelted up my iron, got some armour, and boom full iron. Also, I found this geode too, which I got some amethyst from. I also got some copper. You can see where this is going. When I got out of the cave, it was nearly night, so I made my way back and slept. But I didn't feel safe with all the mobs, so I just slept in this crater instead. I smelted my copper on day 5 and crafted up a spyglass. Now I could zoom in with it and optifine zoom. I'd never actually done this before. I wanted to clear all the grass from my base, so I used water to get rid of some of it. And then I did this insane clutch. Nice. But wait! Now it's time for an epic mining montage! I reached deep slate level, which had better ores, and yes, my first diamonds. Well, only one. More mining, and then this happened. I was being chased by lots of mobs, including this witch. I tried to escape, but just when I thought I was safe, it followed me. I got hit by its first potion, which was slowness. I tried to hit it off, but got splashed with poison. And if Alien Swarm has taught me anything, it's that if your health is being drained, heal. I thought the poison was nearly gone, so I checked for an exit, but there were tons of mobs, so I retreated. But this spider jumped down, so I quickly knocked it away and killed it. But then this skeleton appeared. I was forced to block myself in until the poison wore off and I could heal. I made sure to kill the skeleton on my way out and... Oh, Creeper City! So I got them all to aggro them to me. And got them all to explode. Nice. I found this dungeon while trying to find a way out of the cave, so I broke the spawner and broke the chest and actually got a saddle. Then this crazy thing happened. Which is insanely lucky. I probably haven't had anything like this happen to me before. And again, I got pretty lucky getting out of the cave because my pickaxe was nearly broken. And this water took me all the way back to the surface. After 2 days of escaping, I finally slept on day 6. I started day 7 by putting all my items in a chest and smelting my iron. I crafted a new iron sword along with a new diamond pickaxe, and I prepared for some wood farming. And now it's time for the epic wood montage. Day 8, I placed down some extra oak saplings and got the ground flat for my house. And this wood block let me see through into some caves. Very weird. So the work on the house began, and on day 11 I had completed it. It probably took too long, but at least I have it now. I started working on a crop field where I could grow wheat, because it was one of the things on my list from the start of the video. And from day 11 to day 13 I also created a giant fence around my farm. Day 13 to 17 I expanded the farm even more and started growing some wheat. I had a front door to the house on day 17 and got some meat and leather for some bookshelves. From day 17 to 19 I also created this little pumpkin patch by messily scattering pumpkins everywhere. Later I wanted this horse because it was fast, but it took a long while for them to love me, but eventually we became the best of friends. And whoa, look at that speed. I sort of just let them in my house. I got myself a carved pumpkin because there was this enderman around my base that I wanted to say hello to. I'd also made this melon/pumpkin farm, and I gave my horse some diamond horse armor I had. And from day 19 to 22 I went back to mining in the massive cave with the mine shaft. I came across these diamonds which were blocked off by lava, so I built up, got rid of it. There was also the second mine shaft next to it. There were all these other diamonds as well, but I didn't risk going up there. Sadly, there was only one diamond, but I went into the mine shaft and there were these skeletons guarding some more diamonds. They got into a fight and I stood back and watched them. I killed the remaining skeletons and grabbed the diamonds. Found some more and found this minecart with a grapple and some iron. These mobs were all stuck in a cobweb, so I got the creeper to blow all of them up at the same time. Another diamond. Found another spawner. And slept after that mining session. On day 22 I went out to get some obsidian, but was cautious about the new powered snow. I finally found my ruined portal and collected all the obsidian I needed. I looked over my base from a distance and it was all coming together. Crafted an enchantment table on day 23, placed it in my house and went out to go and get some sugarcane for paper, which could be used to make bookshelves for enchanting. With the sugarcane I had just collected, I could start a small farm. Day 24 to 27 I expanded my crop farm, and my horse had gotten out of my house, so I sort of just let them wander around. More farming. I also crafted some bread, because it was better than the sweet berries, and I did more work on my sugarcane farm. Day 27 to 35, yes, 8 days, I collected wood and headed back to the village, where this villager was selling an iron sword with sharpness 2, and I stole this child's bed for a night. The next day I swapped the stone cutter for a fletching table because I needed the stick trade, but instead the villager that I was trying to trade with wanted to be a toolsmith, so I destroyed his dreams and forced him to work as a fletcher. But he didn't have the stick trade! So I tried it again, and then he did, so we were all good. He ran out of stock, so with the emeralds, for some reason, I bought an axe. Fletcher restocked his trades, so I traded for some extra emerald. I went home to craft a lectern for a librarian so I could trade for mending books. I was tempted to purchase this Unbreaking 3 book, but in the end I decided against it. I changed my mind, however, and instead got some bookshelves for enchanting. I traded more sticks, even though the price was raised, and got more wood. I went back to my Fletcher, not even noticing the sounds of the dying iron golem right next to me, but his price had gone to a stack of sticks, so I didn't know whether to trade or not. But I finally realised what was happening, but it was too late. The iron golem was dead. Oh, it's so sad. I placed the poppies outside where it died in memory of it. And hey, look at that! A new challenger has appeared! Anyway, this spider jockey spawned with a full chain skeleton. I blocked its first attacks and went for the spider. I finally finished the skeleton with a combo. I dropped a chest plate as a trophy. Nice. These zombies were interrupting my sleep, so I took care of them and slept. The next day I put down all the bookshelves around my enchanting table, however, it wasn't complete. When I went back to the village, I found it strange how there were jack-o'-lanterns, when at the time I was recording this, when it was nearly Halloween. I traded for some arrows of weakness too, which I thought I could use for curing villagers in the future, and came across this weird glitched sapling, which kept endlessly falling, and that I couldn't pick up. I also found out that my Fletcher had been stuck and wasn't restocking his trades, and I traded another bookshelf. And on day 35 I crafted a diamond sword along with some boots, and enchanted my sword and got all the enchantments I could have asked for. Knockback, Bane of Arthropods, Fire Aspect and Looting. I also enchanted my bow with even more great enchantments, but I got Infinity, so I was happy. I travelled to the mountains near the village in search of powdered snow, which I collected with a bucket, but was still cautious about it. And then I had this traumatic experience with powdered snow. I panicked as I sank deeper and deeper, desperately trying to find my shovel. But luckily I was safe. I dislike powdered snow even more now, and I stole this cartographer's bed. And from day 36 to 37 I found the Enderman again, but he walked away from me and teleported. I just wanted to be friends, so I got sad. Later I tested out my new sword. And on day 38 I tested out my bow too. I enchanted my pickaxe and got another crazy set of enchantments. I crafted a jukebox because I had gotten a music disc. And because I only had one diamond, really the only thing I could make. Day 39 I was walking through the village when I heard a sound of a villager slowly dying. I searched desperately, trying to find where the sound was coming from. I saw him. By the time I got over there, it was too late. I sort of just stood there, in shock of what had just happened. And I went on a mission to get rid of as much powdered snow in that area as possible. And I spent day 40 to 44 building up a simple mob grinder, which I hoped would give me experience. But while taking a look inside, I accidentally fell down and nearly died. Day 45, I took revenge on this witch after what happened in the cave earlier. I also crafted a crossbow and tried this quick shot on a creeper. From day 45 to 47 I wanted to go mining again, so I enchanted this iron pickaxe and headed back to the cave that had all the diamonds. I mined lapis, redstone, and iron. I nearly missed these diamonds that were hidden behind this water. I collected all of them with my Silk Touch pickaxe and laid them out to mine with my Fortune Iron one. I ended up with 8 diamonds from those. I found this giant open cavern with plenty of ores and marked the entrance with a torch, so I knew how to get back. I used my zoom, and oh look, some diamonds. I went over and collected those, got some more, and and found yet another dungeon. I think that's probably the third one now. I got another gapple, got even more diamonds, and finally exited the cave. Day 47, nearly halfway, I crafted a chestplate and some leggings with the diamonds I had acquired. I used my enchantment table to enchant my chestplate with some decent enchants. Next I made an armor stand for my old iron armor, and put it in my base. I crafted a shovel because, well, my skin is the soldier from TF2. From day 48 to 50 I started by making another lectern because I needed mending, and after a little bit of time I got Feather Falling 4, which I also wanted, but no, I needed mending. But take a look at this though, my lectern just no-clipped into the back rooms. When I tried to get it back, this happened. Like, huh? Anyway, I managed to get Frostwalker, which is rare, but I needed mending, so I tried again and got mending. But when I went to trade, the villager reset his trades, so I had to do the cycle again until I got mending. When I headed back to my house on day 50, this creeper blew up next to me and destroyed my armor stand. Luckily I was safe, but my house was still damaged. I enchanted my leggings and got prot 4 and unbreaking, and fought this enderman for ender pearls. Day 51 to 52 I used fortune on the iron ores I had and smelted them to craft an anvil, which I put mending on my pickaxe and named it Equalizer, after the TF2 item. I grabbed some more obsidian and put mending on my sword and named it Islander, also after the TF2 item. From day 52 to 53 I started by crafting some bread and making a nether portal with the obsidian I had mined from the ruined portal. I lit it and went in. I spawned in a soul sand valley and got ambushed by this ghast, which I shot down with my bow. I thought I saw a fortress and zoomed in, and it was in fact a fortress. And behind my portal was a bastion. I fought this hoglin that was doing way too much damage, so I retreated and killed my bow. Day 54 I did some more wheat farming, traded with some piglins, thought about how I could get over to the fortress safely. When I got back to my portal on day 55, it had been destroyed, and I had no way of getting back home. I also saw a second bastion off in the distance. But I heard a ghast and stood near the portal so that I could get a fireball to shoot at the portal to relight it. And, well, it actually worked somehow. When I headed back to the overworld, I now had 2 portals, so 3 obsidian. This gave me an idea. What if I placed a portal far enough away in the overworld so that it would spawn me into the fortress? The first attempt didn't work, so I tried further distance. However, I realised that my calculations had been wrong, so I scrapped that idea. Day 56 to 58, I did some more trading and got another couple of mending books, and lit up my base area. From day 58 to 61, I spent taking down my little mob farm, and spent the next 15 days getting resources for a new, improved one. And while collecting materials, I reached day 64, my favourite number, because of many reasons. I don't know why this says day 64, because I don't think it was, but here I got visited by pillagers, but I didn't want to fight them, so I just left them be. And while I was constructing my ultimate mob grinder, I reached day 69, my friend that forced me to do this challenge's favourite day. I'm not quite sure why though. And on day 73, my ultimate mob grinder was complete. And on day 74 I met this drowned, gave him my hat, and got him his own boat. I named him Cappy after the Mario character. Later that day he died, so I made him a grave. And here's a showcase of my ultimate mob grinder. Nice. I wanted more XP from days 75 to 76, so I killed some mobs. And on day 77 I enchanted this iron helmet with protection and respiration. On day 78, a creeper had blown up my enchanting setup, so I couldn't get level 30 enchants anymore. But it paid off, because the lower enchantment level meant I could get guaranteed Feather Falling 4 on my boots, and efficiency, and unbreaking on my axe. I wanted to test powdered snow for extinguishing fires, and worked out that it was only a one-time use, so I had to use them carefully. I also got my first wandering trader, but he didn't have anything of value, so I left him, and found this cow in Cappy's boat. I took some milk just in case, and carefully got the cow out of the boat. I went back to the nether and traded with some more piglins. Trading montage. Day 78 to 79 I was going to start bridging over, but instead these wither skeletons spawned where I was going to bridge over to, so I dealt with them with my bow. So I could safely bridge over, placing walls around me so that nothing would knock me off. And this happened. This hoglin could have easily sent me straight into the lava. I got really lucky. I was worried this piglin shard would push me off. Well, better safe than sorry. I reached the fortress on day 79 and quickly found the blaze spawner and started farming the blaze rods. These would be used to go to the end and complete my final goal. I broke some of the blocks around the spawner to get better spawn rates, and I just kept farming those blazes. Had about 10 blaze rods and left the nether. My bow was low on durability, so I enchanted this Unbreaking 3 bow and combined it with my other bow to make the fortified compound from TF2. And at night I collected some more XP. On day 80 I enchanted my crossbow with Piercing 2 and Quick Charge 1, so now it loaded up significantly faster. I also made a brewing stand for slow falling potions and needed to look up the recipe. Turns out they used nether wart, and I did not want to risk going back to the fortress again, so I gave up that. While collecting XP, I got another music disc. Nice. And another ender pearl. I had an idea of watching Luke the Notable's guide to fighting the ender dragon, and he said to practice in a separate world, so I did. Day 81 to 82 I got some great enchants on these boots, which I combined with my feather falling ones to make the Mantreads, also from TF2. My gear was looking fairly good. I wanted to do some more trading with piglins, so I mined some gold, smelted it down, and traded to get some okay stuff. I also aligned myself so that the skeleton aggroed this group of zombie piglins. No way he was winning that. Night of day 83 I started fishing and got my first fish day 84. As well as this Sharpness 3 book, which on day 86 I added to this iron sword to make the Bushwhacker for fighting the Ender Dragon. From day 86 to 87 I took some time to expand my carrot side of the farm, and, well, my entire farm was basically finished. It had really grown in size over time, and would provide me with lots of bread, carrots, pumpkins, melons, and sugarcane if I needed it. Day 87 to day 90 was spent gathering stone and materials for a little project that would kill some time until the time to kill the Ender Dragon came, and it was good to know that there was another promising cave to explore later. It took me a while to find some andesite for some weird reason, but I managed to find some. And from day 90 to 93 I built this, which is a rubbish attempt at a camp from Spiral Knights. Day 93 I found this strategy of getting free music discs by using the full damage from the farm along with this skeleton to kill these creepers. Though most of the discs were duplicates, sadly. Day 94 to 95 I did more fishing, and hey, I haven't given you the seed yet. Here you go, feel free to copy that out if you want this seed. It's fairly good. I spent day 96 trading to obtain a mending book, and started by trading some sticks. I got some paper from my base and used some leather to make a few books. Finally, I got my mending book. To put on this iron helmet, as it was running low on durability, I named it This Is a Bucket, because that was the first thing that came into my head. Again, only Team Fortress 2 fans would understand. So on day 97, I crafted a single eye of Ender to go to the stronghold and said goodbye to my base, as it may be the last time that I would see it. I slept, and on day 98 I set out on my boat along this river in search of the stronghold. However, I did make this easier for myself, as I had already scouted out a rough location on a separate creative world, so I sort of knew where I was going. I wouldn't consider it cheating, but I don't know, you decide. I threw my eye as a reminder of where the stronghold was, and dug down where I assumed it was. But instead, I fell into this deep slate cave, which didn't seem right. So I went back up, dug in the place I knew would take me to the stronghold, and I was in. And there was this glitched dungeon thing, and after a bit of exploring, I found the portal, broke the silverfish spawner, and quickly dealt with the ones that had spawned. I cleared my inventory of junk blocks and slept. Day 99, 1 day left. I needed 12 eyes of Ender, as there was none in the portal anyway. It didn't matter though, and I placed in all the eyes. I was ready. So I jumped in and fortunately spawned underground. Wouldn't have to worry about bridging over or getting hit off. I dug out and straight away went for the towers with my crossbow. I was hitting most of my shots, and the crossbow was brilliant as it has better accuracy. I made sure to listen out for the sound of the dragon shooting, like Luke the Notable had said in the video. Also learnt this trick from the Dream, where you hit the corner of the cages to get rid of the crystals. It saved me a lot of time and effort. I was doing well with the shorter towers, but it took me a few tries to destroy this crystal on this higher one. And I hit this one with my bow first try, which was pretty cool. I learnt that the best way to slash at the dragon was going in from the sides. I did a bit of damage, but there were still a couple of towers that I still needed to take out. I was having a hard time getting this one, so I stood far back with my crossbow and shot it, and heard this, which I couldn't tell was a hit to the dragon or a crystal explosion, so I shot at it a bit more. I assumed I had destroyed a crystal, and only then could I have another few swings at the dragon. It was the end game now, as your contract has expired was getting more and more intense, and I pulled out my bow and started shooting at it. I went in as it perched for the final time. I got it low, and finally finished it off with the shovel. Obviously, I had beaten the game. But this Enderman was interrupting my victory, so I quickly killed him. I enjoyed all the XP and collected the egg with the torch I'd brought. And looked at the end around me. Fired a couple of shots in the air in celebration. I didn't have fireworks. And I jumped in the portal. I sort of just sat there reading the end poem all the way through, just taking it in. And I spawned back at the start in the tundra where it was snowing and made my way back. Where there were some guests back at my house which I took care of. And hey, look at my XP level. I watched as the sun set on day 99. And slept with my horse nearby. And hey, we reached day 100! And to celebrate, I made what was supposed to be a sword, made of different end blocks, but yeah, it completely sucks. Well, I'd survived 100 days in hardcore Minecraft. Thank you so much for watching until the end. I was thinking, if this video hits 100 likes, I might just do a 200 days if I really feel like it. But after doing this, I finally understand how much work 100 days YouTubers put into these videos. These videos take a lot of time, so I may not have the chance to do another one of these. But again, thank you for watching, and have a wonderful rest of your day.